What's up, divas? Welcome back to my channel. So for those of you who have been watching my videos, you probably know that I have been on a weight loss journey for quite some time, and I decided to incorporate the diet pills called Phentermine into my weight loss journey. So I'm on a Phentermine weight loss journey at this point. I started it about 13 days ago. I did do a video on it, and I wanted to talk about the side effects in that video. So if you didn't get a chance to watch that, definitely go back and take a look at that. But today is the 13th day, and there are a number of things that I want to share with you about everything that have been going on with me and these pills and my journey for these 13 days. So I had to write these 4 things down, so just to keep it in my head, okay? So there are 4 things that I do want to share with you in this video, and I hope that you can stay till the end so that you know what's going on with Phentermine and, you know, some of the things that I've had to deal with, and maybe if you're on it as well, it can help you. Okay, so the first thing that I do want to share in this video today is my weight loss results so far with using the Phentermine. The second thing that I'm going to be sharing in this video today is a review of how these diet pills have been working for me. The third thing that I want to share in this video today is the side effects and how I handled them. And the last thing that I'm going to be sharing in the video today is what I believe affected my weight loss results. Okay, so yeah, I had to keep looking down because I had to write all that out. That was too much for me to remember and keep it in order. So please definitely stick around for that. If you're new to my channel, my name is Simply Carrie, and I'm trying to lose weight. So if you're trying to lose weight too, and you're interested in Phentermine, you want to know a little bit more about it, and stick around. And hopefully if you like my content and you like what you see around here, you will be a part of my community. Be divalicious and subscribe. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So let's talk about my weight loss results so far. So I'm on day 13, as I mentioned before, of taking the Phentermine. I'm taking Phentermine twice a day. I take a 15 milligram pill in the mornings, and I take a 30 milligram pill in the afternoons, preferably by 3 o'clock. I don't want to go past 3 o'clock because then it's going to be very difficult for me to sleep. Now, it's been difficult for me to kind of adhere to that because sometimes, you know, I get going or whatever, and I'll forget to take it. So if I do that, then depending on how late it is, I may skip that dose. Or I just skip it. Okay, but anyhow, that's what I'm supposed to be doing, 15 milligram and the 30. And then there are moments where sometimes I may switch it around, and I'll do the 30 in the morning and I'll do the 15 in the afternoon. And that's supposed to be a low dose, and I'm pretty much good with the low dose. I'm not ready to go to a higher dose than that. Okay, now, as far as my weight, I did get on the scale today. I was supposed to go to the doctor's office and get weighed there tomorrow, but they called me and they pushed my appointment back because I only had to do the weigh-in. I really didn't need to adjust my pills or anything, so they want to, you know, kind of keep the contact down as far as, you know, what's going on in the world right now. I'm not even gonna talk about it. But anyhow, I won't have another appointment until July 30th, okay? So that's why I'm coming on today to actually talk about it. So I did weigh myself this morning, and I'm using a digital scale. I'm going to talk a little bit more about scales a little bit later. This is not the video for it. I'm not happy with the scales because I get different results, but let me just keep it simple. And I keep whenever I do videos, I am putting these in the description so you can go back and take a look and see what the progress is. But when I was initially weighed in the doctor's office, I was weighed at 237 pounds. In fact, I had to write that down somewhere so I wouldn't forget. Yeah, 237 pounds. Okay, now, before I went to the doctor that day, I weighed myself on my own digital scale, and I was at 234.8. Okay, now the reason why I'm telling you this is because I haven't gone to the doctor yet to weigh myself there. So I just feel like I want to be on the same scale weighing myself. So I just want to kind of let you know that, because that to me is a little off. So I weighed myself today and I was at 227.2. It's funny because I was at 226.0 yesterday, but now I'm at 227.2 as of today. So basically, if you just compare the two digital scale weigh-ins, I've lost 7 pounds. Okay, now if you compare the digital scale weigh-in from today to my weigh-in from the first day at the doctor's office, then it looks like I lost 10 pounds, okay? So I'm just gonna go with the most modest one and say that I lost about 7 pounds. So I have seen some difference. I do see that I am losing the weight. I don't feel like I'm losing it as fast as I would like to. Now, one other thing that I do feel is important is blood pressure. I do want to mention that real quick. I did go to the doctor on the 9th for something completely different, having nothing to do with my weight. And my blood pressure was taken and my blood pressure was normal and I was good to go. Okay, so I did want to mention that about the blood pressure. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about is how the diet pills have been working for me. I do like how they've been working. Let's see, they've been really helpful with suppressing my appetite and my cravings. They've been helpful with helping me to reduce, the amount of eating that I do. So I don't really eat that much. If I do get something, I'm kind of full and don't really want to eat too much more. And it did give me energy. I remember one day when I was exercising, I was actually just kind of walking. And normally when I'm walking, if I want to try to skip, I noticed that I'm not able to skip anymore. It's almost like this weight is just so much on me that I can't even do that. So I was able to skip with no problem. I have more energy to do that. So it has given me a lot more energy. It has sped up that. I feel like it's speeding up my metabolism a little bit. It's speeding up something and it's got me with the energy. So those are the 3 or 4 things that I really do like about the pills, and they are working in that regard. Now let's talk about the third thing, which are the side effects. And I'm kind of getting a side effect right now. I need some water because my mouth is dry as I'm talking. Okay, so I want to talk about the side effects and what I did to overcome those side effects. The first thing, as you can see, I needed water. Dry mouth. Dry mouth is a big one. And what I'm doing is I'm drinking a lot of water. Whenever I get to dry mouth, I try to drink more water. I have an oral rinse that I use to rinse my mouth out to help with the dryness, and it does help. Let's see, what else? Also, I did start chewing gum. I don't do it often. I try to, just quench my thirst with the water. But if it gets to be too much, maybe I'm someplace, I'm out, I don't have the mouthwash, I can't rinse, then I have done gum. And that kind of gives a little flavor in the mouth, and it helps a little bit, okay? Now, another side effect that I have had that I completely forgot to mention in my other video was grinding my jaw and my teeth. I have to do that. I think that happens when I have a high concentration of the medication in my system. I have noticed that. If it's kind of low, I'm okay. but the more I'm taking, then the more I have to chew, okay? I also think it's probably because, you know, I'm not really eating a whole lot, and I'm probably hungry as well. So I was using gum for that as well, and I noticed one day I didn't have a chance to take my vitamin C, and I was chewing, and I noticed that I started to get the soreness on my tongue. And from the last video, I talked about how, you know, the last time I took Phentermine, I wasn't able to handle it, okay? And I couldn't remember why, but maybe I was chewing gum. I have no idea. But anyhow, with this particular situation just recently, me chewing the gum, for as long as I chewed the gum, I did feel the soreness in my mouth. I did kind of cut back a little bit on my dosage, and it healed. I was okay, and then I just went back to taking the medication. So that was another thing as well. Now, one more thing, which I don't think that I mentioned in my last video, was insomnia. I have insomnia really bad at this point. It will keep you up. That's why it's best to take the pills by about maybe 3-4 o'clock. That way you're able to go to sleep. But there have been a number of things going on in my life, plus the fact that it keeps me up, that now it's very difficult for me to go to sleep, and I can be up most of the night. In fact, I went to sleep at about 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning. So I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. I have been taking sleeping pills, and I have been able to take the sleeping pills, you know, on the medication. Okay, the other thing is, possible depression. I have been feeling a little down. I haven't really been feeling like myself. And I don't know whether it's the medication that's actually triggering something in my brain to make me feel depressed, okay? So I really don't want to say it's the medication, because as I said before, there were a number of things that were going on in my life in these past 13 days that have been kind of bringing me down. So it could be that, it could be the medication. I really don't know. So it's hard to say, but yes, I have been feeling a sense of depression. I'm not treating the depression with anything other than like cognitive behavior therapy, okay? But what I do is I continue to take my multivitamin, and I do continue to take my vitamin C to make sure that I do have my vitamins on deck. The last thing I want to discuss with you guys is the reasons I feel my weight loss was modest. And actually, I probably shouldn't even say it's modest, because normally I hear you're supposed to lose between 1 and 2 pounds a week, okay? However, I lost somewhere between 7 and possibly 10 pounds. Actually a week. So it's been about 2 weeks now. So 4 pounds would have been a decent amount, but I've gone over the 4 pounds, and I've lost somewhere between 7 and 10 pounds. Okay, so for that amount of time, I think that I'm doing good, and I probably shouldn't call it modest, but I really was expecting to do more. And I think that I probably would have been able to lose a lot more weight had my conditions been a little bit different. So I'm going to share just a little bit of that with you before I close this video out. Okay, so the first thing was there was a death in the family, and I had to go out of town for a funeral. Okay, and that could be something that contributed to the depression that I was experiencing, because I was interacting with a lot of family members, and there were a number of things coming up that were weighing kind of heavy on my head. So that could be the reason for the depression. I don't know. I will be able to give you a better update as I move on through my weight loss journey with Phentermine. Okay, so I did go out of town, and I went out of town with family. We had to fly. I was not happy about that. You know, during this time, I do not want to be around people if I can help it. I prefer to drive. if I am gonna have to go someplace. So that brought about a lot of anxiety for me. And I found that I had to start taking my anti-anxiety medication. I held off as best I could. I did pretty good. But eventually, no, it was just too much, and I had to take the anti-anxiety medication. And I don't really want to take anti-anxiety medication and Phentermine together because I can look at drugs.com to see what the interaction is, but I know with experience that those are two drugs that I really kind of don't want to mix. So if I am taking that, then I will back off on my dose of the Phentermine. I might do only a 15 milligram, or maybe I'll do a 30 in the morning. You know, it all depends on when I've taken it, okay? But yeah, I was taking the anti-anxiety medication to help me with the anxiety, and when I do that, I don't want to have all of that on board, especially if there's, well, the anxiety, it helps me to sleep too, so I don't have to take sleeping pills with that. The other thing was exercising. I spent about 6 days out of town, okay? So I would say about half of this, I was out of town, and then I probably worked out, I think I really only worked out about 2 or 3 times. I really didn't work out a lot. So I feel that if I had worked out quite a bit, then I probably would have lost even more than what I'm showing right now, okay? And the last thing that I feel really kind of affected, you know, how much I was losing was my diet plan, okay? I really didn't have a true diet plan in place for going out of town. This was rushed. It was, you know, a whole lot of chaos going on. Just have to get my tickets, get out of here, get a lot of people up to where I was going. And once I got there, you know, there were issues as far as, okay, where am I gonna get some food? You know, there was a lot of fast food joints. You gotta try to pick the best that you possibly can. I wanted to stay within like 1,200 calories. If I am gonna eat, I didn't wanna eat unhealthy food, but I did find myself at places like Dunkin' Donut and what was the other one that is feeding America? McDonald's. Okay, I was there, and I swear to God, I'm so sick and tired of McDonald's. That's how bad it was. Okay, but I did try to do good and not like eat really bad stuff or eat too much of something bad, because I didn't want to go over the 1,200 calories. But yeah, going out of town was really difficult for me, and I think that really deserves its own video about what you should do and how you should prepare yourself if you are going out of town and you are on a diet, which I'll probably come back and talk about a little bit later. But guys, I just wanted to share that with you. So yes, I am losing weight. I'm excited about it. I'm overcoming the side effects. I'm gonna try to pick it up with the exercise and do better with my dieting. I'll be bringing you more videos about diet and exercise and what's going on with me as we move forward, okay? So if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed already, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and definitely hit the notification bell, because I think sometimes YouTube may not necessarily show you when I actually have a video up. You actually have to go into your subscriptions and find me or type me in or something like that. So definitely hit the notification bell so that you know when I do have another video out, okay? And if you liked my content, please help me out. Helps with the algorithm. Give me a thumbs up and leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about the Phentermine. Are you getting on Phentermine? You know, your experiences with this drug and with weight loss and anything else you want to say. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.